Welcome to Building Basic Humanity. Like a muscle, the sense of basic humanity gets stronger with exercise. So the more we are in a touch with our basic humanity, the stronger it gets and the easier it is to access. The exercises that we're going to be doing, or any exercises, should conform to neurological principles. Now, these neurological principles actually should underlie any kind of therapy or any kind of intervention. If it doesn't conform to these principles, it's not going to be effective or it's not going to last. The first is mental focus amplifies and magnifies. Whatever we focus on becomes more important than what we are not focused on. So the amplification and magnification give it an many times artificial importance. Repeated focus forms cognitive and emotional habits. In other words, whatever you do repeatedly, you'll start doing automatically. Your brain loves habits because they're metabolically cheap. They don't take as much energy as intentional behavior. Focus on what you cannot control produces feelings of powerlessness. So whenever you focus on things you can't control, like other people's behavior or the past, you're going to have feelings of powerlessness over the initial feeling. That's how it gets so complicated. And the brain can't do negatives. That means you cannot do something. You have to do something instead of what you don't want to do. So I can't tell you to be less resentful. Don't be resentful, don't be angry. But I can tell you to be more in touch with your basic humanity. And when you're more in touch with your basic humanity, you can't be resentful or angry. Now, for this exercise, we want to fast forward several decades and think of what do you want your eulogy to mention? What you gave to the world or what you took from it? What you improved or what you made worse? What you criticized or what you appreciated? What you created or what you destroyed? A guide for basic humanity, in which, here is a good guide for basic humanity. In which state will I like myself better? Will I like myself better thinking there are a lot of cruel people in the world, where most people are more frail than cruel? So which will make me like myself better? Will I like myself better thinking he or she is narcissistic, manipulative, a liar? He or she would probably help a child in danger. It's not a question of whether these are accurate, because both of them are biased and to some extent true, and to some extent, or maybe to some extent true, and to some extent false. Accuracy is not the issue. The issue is which will I like myself better thinking? Will I like myself better thinking my son-in-law is lazy and irresponsible, or my son-in-law loves my daughter and treats her well? Will I like myself better thinking I'll be respectful to you if you agree with me or validate my experience and worldview? Or I'll be respectful to you because it's the right thing to do? So which will I like myself better? And this is a little bonus. My respect for you will make it more likely that you'll be respectful to someone else. So if I'm disrespectful to you, it makes it more likely you'll disrespect someone else. And that's sort of where we are now. This disrespect is very contagious, and it passes person by person in crowds of people who then may be respectful to yet another person. So there's kind of a web of emotion. We spread respect, value, or we download resentment and anger. And once again, don't fool yourself about facts or accuracy. All the above are biased judgments that are partially true. The real question is, which do you like yourself better? thinking. So in the name of basic humanity and personal well-being, and I sort of think they're synonymous, you can't really have one without the other, give your experience the most benign meaning possible.